officially in Baddies season. The first episode was pretty good. I will say that. I love the editing. I feel like they've definitely gotten a new editing team. Everything looks a little bit more high on the budget end. Like it just looked good. Everybody looked good. The editing was pretty good. There was a couple scenes that might have been dragged out a little bit, but I was cool with it because I mean we got content, but I feel like a lot of the like constant arguing and yelling over each other where you can't really make out what they're saying. They can chop that down, but for the most part, everything was good except for that intro. But we'll get into that, which I hope is not the actual intro because if so, it's the worst one for any season now. But before we get into the recap, if you are new here, thumbs up the video. If you're not new here, thumbs up the video. If you're returning, thumbs up the video. Please drop a comment if you are returning. Because I know a lot of y'all don't watch all of my content, but I know most of y'all watch this. But if you are new here, if you are returning, please drop a comment. Please thumbs up the video. Please subscribe if you are new. Engagement is super duper important. I'm on the road to 3,000 subscribers. I think we can get there pretty soon. So please do that. Enough of this. And also turn on the post notifications because I will be going live every Monday around like 8-ish. So just turn on the post notifications because we're going to do a live recap. Y'all watch this, see what I have to say, and then jump on the live, talk to me. We can talk about what y'all want to talk about the episode. But yeah, enough of that. Let's go. Okay. So they did the same thing that they did last season to start off the episode where they give us a like sneak peek preview of what's going to come later on in the season, like a particular scene. And that particular scene was Asian Doll beefing with Mariah Lynn about how Asian Doll had claimed that she don't fuck with dark-skinned women. And that's why Mariah Lynn has an issue with it. We'll see when we get to it. That's all I'm gonna say. We'll see when we get to it because it's like Mariah Lynn, you of all people being the one to want to fight about it. Well, you're not black, but okay. And I'm gonna get on something else about her not being black and doing things that black people and only black people should be doing. But we'll get to it. But Natalie's song is the intro song for at least for the first scene. That Bitch We Outside Tonight song. Y'all know what it is. But they in Miami. That's my city. I miss it. But they in Miami. First, Natalie ends up pulling up first to the yacht. It's a nice yacht. She in a black Rolls Royce. She gets out letting us know that they'll be in Miami first to then head to Barbados. They'll also be going to Puerto Rico, and then they're going to finish in the DR, the Dominican Republic. Because we all know Natalie loves to be international. She loves to be everywhere but home with her children and her husband. With her child. She don't have to, but with her child and her husband, we know that. But she knows it's going to be turned. She's excited, obviously. But she wants the girls to know that if they're too bad, they're going to get locked up internationally. There's a strong possibility of that happening, which is true because some of the shit that flies over here in the States will not fly over there in other countries. Like I know in Cancun, like if you really fighting, you're going to get locked up and it's going to be a lot harder for you to get out. But she pulls up to the yacht. They're doing her little introduction. She's saying that she's hoping that everybody's going to have to keep it cute this season. She hopes that the new girls don't try and prove themselves on her. And I'm like, that's up to you, Natalie. If they want to fight you, it's likely because you're doing something to make them want to fight you because you have a history of being messy. So, like, if you don't want them trying to get their big one on you, then you need to stop being messy. Like, it's that simple. But Suki shows up. They didn't give her an intro because, as we all know, Suki is not on the cast. Like, she was on the cast but did not finish past this episode. But Scotty pulls up. She gets out of her little sprinter. Well, not sprinter. She was in like a golf cart. But she get out. She's in her confessionals with her retainer on. T struck a nerve because y'all remember what she said, Miss Gap. Now she got that retainer in there closing that gap. But the gap was not the issue. Honestly, to me, the gap was fine. It was that bottom row of jagged teeth that she had. But Scotty talks about how when she walks into rooms, bitches get nervous and people get her fucked up because she's not a lap dog, which, Scotty, you have proven every single season that you are a lap dog. She says she don't follow behind nobody, but you follow behind Natalie. And she said, can't no bitch move her, but Natalie moves you. Like, it's not adding up, Scotty. It's not adding up. But I will give you props because you definitely put your hands on Natalie and you did your big one. That one fight. And you know I'm not your biggest fan, but I will give you credit because I'm not a hater. But Scotty gets up there with Natalie and Suki. Tasiki, Biggie, and Mariah Lynn, they all arrived together. Tasiki hosts and nobody comes for her because it don't even need to be said. I just talked about it in the Bad versus Wild recap. But I hope they don't come for you either, just for their sake. But she said she don't mind making stars though. So if you do want to come for her, she gonna make you a star because her fights go viral. But Mariah Lynn's song plays as she's being introduced. And she said the N-word. She in there saying nigga. And I'm like, you are not black. No matter how like you want to pump this Puerto Rican stuff, but Puerto Ricans are not black. You're white. You're what? You're a white Puerto Rican. Like you're. Come on now. Let's be for real. But she then said something that at least she's self-aware. She says she's back and she knows she's one of the people that we don't want to see come back. And that is true. We did not want to see you come back. But she is here, so whatever. She's still trying to be funny in them confessionals, so she didn't learn from that. But she says that her music is in a much better place now. I'm sure it is because before you got on Baddies, nobody was checking for you because you was not on Love and Hip Hop. Like you had no relevancy, but now that you're on Baddies, you do get a little bit more clout. Well, probably a lot more clout because Baddies is it's hot. I ain't gonna lie, it's everywhere. Like it's a big trending topic on social media. Period. Whether it's on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, especially on TikTok, it's big over there. But she knows that it's a benefit to her with her music, so that's what she's doing. And she says she's gonna be different this season because she doesn't want to be considered a flip flopper this season. We'll see, because all last season you was flip flopping. Biggie says that she felt like last season everybody was playing on her top, and she's the MVP, most valuable baddie. She pretty much coming in on that type of time this season. Like she ain't gonna let nobody play with her. Sapphire arrives, another one who had no business coming back. But she says the biggest misconception about her is the fact that she's scary. But she claims that she was in her feels, which is why she didn't do what she was doing. She was putting her heart out there, and she said she's gonna put her heart to the side this season and put her hands up. And I will say, at the end of the episode today, we did see her put them hands up, so we will see. But maybe she's putting them hands up because she knows she gotta redeem herself some way. She's trying to redeem herself. But Jela arrives. I love Jela. I do. Even though I hope she does not disappoint me this season. Like coming in here trying to make a moment. I don't want her coming in here doing that. Just be you, because you by yourself has always worked. Like you've done two shows now. Well, maybe three. Whatever. How many shows you done before this season? You've literally kept your same reputation that you had on Bad Girls Club, where you were just super loved because you didn't do too much. Like you fought, and we knew you could fight, and you just stood 10 toes down. You didn't let nobody sway you, and you still stood on your own. So hopefully that's what she does the rest of the season. We'll see. But she says during her hiatus, she was dressing and styling some of the biggest and the hottest celebrities, which we do know that to be true. I know she was styling Cardi B, a couple other artists I do know. I think she was styling Lotto too. So yes, she do. She'll be out there, and she was in Forbes. Regardless of what's happening with her business now, she did have that type of success. So she's not lying about that. She felt like she played it safe on Baddies South. I don't think she did. I felt like she did just enough. Like she got into one fight. That one fight was all she needed to do. Like I feel like she feels like she should have fought more. And I'm like, for what? Nobody else tried you besides Rolly. But she says she ain't gonna be on that type of stupid shit type of time. And she hopes they act right because she gonna hit somebody. We know she will. So, but she joins him on the yacht. Jayla hugs every single person except for Biggie. Duh. But Biggie said that she don't care to see Jayla because she said she can get smacked, win or lose or draw. At least Biggie knows at the end of the day, when you playing with that one, you probably are gonna lose. But she said she can get smacked whether I win or lose, which I gotta respect it because, like I say, ain't nobody gonna pump fear in my heart. Whether I know I can beat you or not, if I got a big enough issue with you, I'm gonna hit you. So it is what it is. But Natalie is saying that it's Baddies Caribbean. She's pretty much letting them know, like, we're going to be all over the Caribbean. She wants to do things differently this season to make it official. Her Ice Brothers relationship with this jeweler, she gives them all Baddies chains because we all know the chain was the topic of conversation last season, and she got them all Baddies chains. Mariah Lynn's talking about how the chain ain't no cast member, and I'm like, I hope you realize that because you was the main reason why that chain was talked about all season. You made it a cast member, so hopefully you don't do it this season. But Natalie then lets them know that they rented out the whole restaurant to have dinner later on tonight, where we then find out later on that they're going to be meeting the new girls. But she knows that the returnees have had their issues, past and post season, because of all the comments, everything going on social media, including YouTube. She made it a point to bring that out because Biggie, we all know, has a YouTube, and she was doing recaps. Biggie says, no, it's you and Jela talking to Natalie. Biggie says, like, she's not the puns to nobody's jokes. Like, y'all not going to keep playing with me, making these jokes about me. And Biggie says, like, we nipping that shit in the bud this season. We're not doing it this season, which I respect. I'm glad she addressed it. But Biggie addressed how she thought that her and Natalie were cool. Again, Biggie, why do you continue to do this to yourself? I don't know. Like I said, probably a couple weeks ago when me and Movie Babe was on live, Biggie trying to be friends with Natalie and Natalie dick her over again. I'm not going to bat for you because you've seen it happen 3 seasons now, because you're on your 3rd season now, and you saw it happen on Baddies West. You saw it happen on Baddies East. And then you turn around and still think that she's going to be your friend. Natalie, she's a friend to nobody. Maybe Jela, but she is a friend to nobody. Natalie looks at all of y'all as co-workers. She knows y'all are going to get her money. And at the end of the day, if she got to stir the pot to get y'all to fight, she knows she's going to benefit financially from that. So you need to wake up. But Biggie's pretty much saying that she thought that they were cool. Biggie then says that when she sees Jela, she said that when she sees Jela, she's going to smack her. And Jela stood up. It said, like, essentially at this point, you said you're going to smack me, so smack me. You see me, I'm right here. What's up? And I agree with Jayla on that. Like, don't say nothing and don't stand on it when you see me. Like, if you really say you're going to smack me when you see me, I'm expecting you to smack me when you see me, and I want you to do it. So that's why Jayla stood up, and I don't blame her. I would have done the same thing. But Jayla says Biggie wants sympathy, and all she had to do was DM her after that whole live situation and either say or talk some shit to her there, but instead she wanted to say she wanted to slap her. So at this point, if you say you're going to slap me, slap me. Like, at this point, don't get mad at me for standing up. So I don't blame Jayla. But Jayla said the fact of the matter is you saw that video just like everybody else did, and Natalie asked me that question, and you saw me trying to deflect, which I remember watching the live. I was watching it because I don't miss Natalie's lives. Like, I literally always, for some reason, end up on Instagram when she is live. And like I tell you all the time, Natalie is one of my guilty pleasures. Like, she makes me laugh. She is literally entertaining, especially when she's on live, whether she's lying or just laughing. She's funny to me. Natalie is funny to me. But I remember watching that live while I was at work, and they was literally doing it. And Natalie was being messy, and she's like, who do you think won that fight with Rolly and Biggie? And Jayla did try to deflect. She was trying not to answer the question because it would make you look messy, but she eventually did answer the question because Natalie kept pressing it. And she said the same thing that we all did. Like, everybody knew that Rolly won that fight. Like, Biggie looked stupid. Biggie came in there swinging and then turned her head and then tried to run away. Like, so what are you mad at, Biggie? Mad at Jayla for saying the truth? But we'll get to it later on because Tasiki said something that was true. But they showed a flashback of that exact moment I just described. And Jayla stands up and says, I'm going to say this and I'm going to be done with it. She pointing at her at this point. When you said you was going to slap me, when you see it, I expect you to do it. Biggie then gets up and swings. She swings, but she misses. She just swings in midair. Natalie gets up. Security gets up. All the girls get up. They try to break it up, and they did immediately. Biggie said that she was just sitting there, and when Jayla got up was why she decided to get up and swing. I'm like, yes, I get that, because like I said, you don't ever let nobody stand up on you. But that is what it is. And then again, I guess because she's doing what Jayla's been asking. Like, I've been asking you to slap me, so do it. So I respect her for at least swinging. But Biggie was sitting there saying, like, why are you standing and yelling? And Jayla was pretty much like, so what are we doing? Like, at this point, you told me you was going to slap me. I want you to slap me. That's why I'm standing up. So they're going back and forth. Jayla says that I'm going to put it like this again. We're going to handle our shit when we get off this bus or when we get off this boat. And Mariah starts chiming in, and Jayla said, Mariah, respectfully, I love you, but don't get involved, because if you do, it's going to be an issue. I said, thank you. Shut up, Mariah Lynn. Stop trying to get camera time. Shut up. Like, I'm glad she said it. And Mariah don't want no problems with Jayla, so she better stand down. But Jayla says, stand on the fact that you said you was going to slap me and don't backtrack. Period. I don't disagree. Biggie then says that Natalie called her least favorite baddie, and she don't bother her, so why am I your least favorite baddie? Biggie, why do you care? Why do you care? You should know that you are her least favorite baddie. Natalie don't like you. Like, it's clear. She's shown you numerous times. So at this point, I'm not even mad at Natalie, because Natalie has shown Biggie on numerous occasions that she don't fuck with you. Like, she's only using you to get a bag, and you let her do it. So it is what it is. But Biggie said, don't smile in my face if you don't fuck with me. That is true, but Natalie has shown you that she don't fuck with you, and she will continue to smile in your face, because you continue to want to be around her. So whose fault is that? But everything calms down. Natalie then introduces all the new baddies that are coming in, and we get to finally get their little green screen confessional introduction. First, we start off with Bianca from Love and Hip Hop New York. She's introduced. She's talking about how she's a baddie because she's black and beautiful, and she throws hands. She says she's there to hold it down for her best friend Mariah Lynn, which is going to be funny because we know that eventually they get into it. So I can't wait to see how that unfolds. But she said if nobody fucks with her, talking about Bianca, she won't fuck with them. And Mariah's excited. She's excited that Bianca is coming. KaliWae, Blueface's sister. I feel like I'm gonna like her. I do. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna like her. I just do. I don't know what it is. I can't explain why I feel that way, but I do. But she says she's there to put the stamp on KaliWae because she knows we all know her as either Blueface's sister or Blueface's mama's daughter. But she also says that Natalie needs to retire from this big boss shit. Like, step to the side. I agree. Natalie can get behind the camera. Even though I find Natalie entertaining, she can get behind the camera because we're sick of seeing you on TV, Natalie, at this point. I don't even want to say I'm sick of seeing her on TV, but it's just like sometimes take a break. Take a break. But we didn't meet Meatball. Meatball, I was judging her from, I'm self-aware. Definitely was judging her. I was like, she ain't baddie material. Like the way she be looking, at least from what I've seen, she don't strike you as a baddie aesthetically. But the pictures they've shown of her when she actually puts makeup on and does herself and makes herself look well, she's not a bad looking girl. Like, and I think she's cool. Like, she's got a good personality. So I'm excited to see her. I'm excited to get to know her because I don't really know too much about her besides what I've seen on social media, which is not much. But she's talking about how she's most known for dancing and rapping on TikTok. Anybody that comes in their face, they getting smacked and they getting socked. And I believe she will do it. Diamond the Body, aka DTB. She's a boss in real life. She says that, and we know that she's from Now That's TV. She's a boss in real life. She said a lot of people claim that they're a boss, and it's like, who is your employee? Whose checks are you signing? A lot of people say they're a boss, but they don't do that type of shit. She does. And I'm like, you're right. A lot of people do claim they're a boss, but don't really show that they're a boss. But she said lots of, like I just said, lots of people say that they are, but they can't really show it. But she starts talking about how she showed out at the auditions and by snatching Tinkerbella's wig. And she said she took the L. She's self-aware. She's not stupid. Like, she knows when she lost the fight. Respect her for that. But she said if she sees her again, she got her sneakers. She pulls up her black Air Force Ones. So I'm like, okay, we'll see what happens. Because if you own a pair of Black Forces, then I'm scared of you. But Tinkerbella, I'm very excited about her. She's my favorite new girl. I love her. Tasiki seems like she really likes her. I can see them getting along too, so hopefully they do. But she shows up, shows out. She's a real ass bitch. She had fun at the audition. She talks about how Diamond the Body snuck her, and she had to show her what time it was. And she says at this point it's on site if she is cast. So we already know they're gonna fight. Slim Too Bad. I did not remember her initially, but she is bad. Slim Too Bad. She is bad. She's from Baton Rouge. She speaks her mind. She stands on business. She gets money. She got the look that comes with it. She does. She had fun at the audition. She got into a fight, had to change her outfit, and that's how I remember her because she did have that outfit change. But yeah, she said she knows she's a baddie, and she said, just watch how you talk to me because I will fight you. And at that point, I'm going to fight you, but we can talk about it later. So at the end of the day, she will fight you, but she is open to talking it out, which is respectable. And then we got It's Dia. I think that's her name. It's Dia. She's Bahamian. She's known for her rap music. I don't remember her at all, even looking at the auditions. But she toured in Europe, and she's confident. Big Gretch, who is Puerto Rican, but white. I want to make that a point. She stands 10 toes and handles her business. She's an entrepreneur and a mom. She's used to getting into fights. So when she got into all them fights at the auditions, it was nothing new to her. Knowing what I do know about her, which word on the street, it is true, but we're going to see this season, which is why her and Jela fight. If she, like Mariah Lynn, is a white girl out here saying the N-word, I'm not going to like her. I'm going to just tell y'all that now. But we'll move on. I'll still give her the benefit of the doubt, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened because we know Jayla don't play about that N-word. It's coming from a white person. But Natalie says that she's doing things differently this season. If the newbies don't fall in line, she got replacements for them. If she means that they don't fall in line by if they allow shit that you do to slide that is messy and needs to be addressed, Natalie, you're a clown. And I hope that does not happen. But special appearances, she lets them know about Aubrey O'Day from Danny D. Kane coming, the Claremont twins, and Natalie said my favorite, which is my favorite, Tommy Lee is coming back. Tommy shit. Natalie told Biggie, I know you think you're her best friend, but she's actually really my best friend, just being messy and being stupid. But also she talks about the injury reserves, which is Rolly and Anna. And they're going to be joining the cast later on in the season. Biggie is saying that Rolly might end up back on that injured list. And I'm like, from who? Not you. Because honestly, I don't like Rolly, but Biggie, you ain't. Rolly can handle you. But Natalie says that she is going to sit with Anna and Rolly later on tonight. Suki says that she's going to Rolling Loud and she will not be at that dinner, aka like this is it. That's essentially what it was. But they take a shot and get ready for the night. The next scene, we get Sapphire and Suki sitting down to set everything straight on where they stand. I'm like, are y'all just now having a conversation on where y'all stand when y'all literally had the whole reunion and y'all was Ace Boone Coons locked up at that reunion? So I'm like, what are y'all having a conversation about? And not only that, the reunion finished like 2 months before y'all started filming this. So I'm like, why are y'all now having this conversation now? It was weird to me. But Sapphire says, like, we move forward after everything happened. And she just wanted to check in on Suki and pretty much say, like, how are you feeling? Like, are we good? Suki said, I don't know how to feel about you at this point. Like, I'm not giving you no clout. And Suki says she don't know where they stand. I'm like, okay. But Suki said, like, Sapphire makes friends with everybody. And Suki is not the type of person that lets everybody get in her circle. And I don't blame her because I'm the same way. You don't let everybody, you don't call everybody your friend and you don't let everybody in your business and in your inner circle. Sapphire is the type of person that will allow any and everybody in her circle, and that is dangerous. But she talks about how Rolly had unfollowed her and Sapphire and asked Sapphire how you feel about it, and she said it's fucked up. Suki then says, but would you do it again? Basically, would you literally let her do you like she did you and let her do me like you let her do me? Sapphire then gets up crying. Suki says, I know you ain't about to cry because I don't give a fuck. And I said, if that's not me, I don't care about nobody crying. Like, pull it together. But she comes back and sits back down and says, you know, I'm a crybaby. I get emotional when you start doing stuff like that. But Suki says that she has trust issues now, especially with everybody on the cast, because she ain't cool with bitches that just be looking for clout, which is Sapphire. And we'll talk about that later on because she proved it. But Suki says that she got her own shit to do and she wishes the girls the best of luck and she bows out. That is Suki's exit. She was only on the episode for all of 20 minutes. I ain't mad at you, Suki. But they had this weird ass, long ass transition, which is the intro. Matt Cash on the track again for what I don't know. But Natalie is sitting down with Anna and Rolly. Anna arrives. She looks good. She says she wants to bring more peace this season, but don't try her because she still is that firecracker. We know she is. She also talks about how she's going through a lot. She said like she got into a dispute, which I'm assuming, allegedly, don't sue me. I'm thinking domestic dispute, maybe with a man, maybe who y'all think LP, who y'all think I'm thinking, was it him? But I'm allegedly, I'm guessing. But she said that she got her face fractured, like her face is injured, her face is fractured in 3 different places. But she gets emotional talking about it, and she says it's a touchy subject. She don't really want to talk too much about it, but if she gets hit, she might need to get surgery. So that's why she's waiting to come in. But Natalie says that Rolly is also on the injured reserve list, and because she had all that surgery. And Anna started like, good. I'm glad she started to get that body. Anna is funny, and Natalie started laughing. Talking about something, you messy. She is. But as they're doing that, here comes Rolly waddling up. Anna then says that she saw a big ass shade coming and she knew it was Rolly. She started laughing at her confessionals. That shit had me weak. But Rolly, which I will give Rolly props. I'm not a fan of her. I was one of the ones that was like, she don't need to go into the knife, which I still believe she didn't. And doing as much as she does, I feel like she put her health at risk. Like, you literally are putting yourself at risk because she's huge. Like, she was huge. She still is big, but she was huge. And at that point, in doing all that stuff consistently, like back to back, with random people that you just met and you know it's a free connection because of the affiliation with the business that you work for, stuff like that is not safe. Like, you can tell she didn't do her research, which is why I was so against it. And I feel like if you're really trying to lose weight and you really want to do it, I feel like the natural way to do it is just to go to the gym. Not because I'm a personal trainer, but maybe because I am a personal trainer. I feel that way. But she's there. She's talking about how she thought everybody else thought that she wasn't coming back because of that petition, but she's back. I knew that petition was not going to do shit. That's why I didn't sign it, but I wish it did. But Natalie ends up hugging her, hyping up her body. Rolly's calling Anna a Walla Walla beanhead ass bitch and saying that she's been waiting to see Anna because she wants to fight. Natalie says as soon as they get better, they have their spots. Pretty much letting them know, like, it is what it is. Whenever y'all ready to come back, y'all got a spot here. She lets them know that the baddies don't get along, but they're going to be a crew, and she hands them their chains. Natalie says that Anna been popping her shit online. Anna stands 10 toes on it. She ain't never been the type to not stand 10 toes on what she said. And she said her feelings haven't changed. Like, she stood on it. Like, I said what I said. And Rolly said at the reunion when E.T. left the stage, everybody's energy changed, basically saying, like, y'all was cool with me when she left the stage. And she said that Anna had hit her blunt. Anna said you're delusional because she don't even smoke backwards, and that's where Rolly be smoking. And she said Biggie is the one that hits your blunt. They start yelling over each other at this point. I heard a little bit, and what I did hear was funny. Anna says you can't beat me, and Rolly says because you ran. I was like, but she did beat you. She beat you at that reunion. Anna got more licks in on Rolly than Rolly got on her, so she did beat you. And Anna running around is strategic. It's smart. Like, if I'm gonna fight smart. I'm not just gonna fight just to fight. So she got you, and she know running around is going to wear you out. But Rolly then asked Anna where she's injured at. Anna told her on her face. Anna said, I will fight you right now. And Rolly said, don't get it fractured in 3 different places. And Anna said, don't make me kick your organs out. And she also said, you about to be my size. And they jump up. Security jumps up as well. They going back and forth. Anna said, don't forget that you're not pretty and you're not fuckable, y'all. Remember what she told T? So it's funny that she threw it back in Rolly's face. Rolly then saying that she's the bear with clout. Anna, Camila, and Biggie was coming at her about her surgery, saying that she's gonna die. Like I said, I was one of the ones that was like, you playing with your health. I still believe it. But Rolly then says that she wants to sock Anna in the face, but she can see that she's injured even though she really wants to hit her. And she said, Anna is all talk. And Rolly says, I can talk too, but I also know how to fight. You don't. Rolly, you cannot fight. You just know how to throw your weight around. But they still going back and forth, and Rolly ends up saying that she's going to close this out and said to Natalie, I'm going to see you in March. Anna starts imitating her, saying the same thing, and starts waddling away. Anna is hilarious. That little girl is funny. But Anna said, nobody's booking you because you're fat and broke. And Natalie, in between them arguing, is still giving them out gifts. She's giving them out ice packets, snacks, protein bars, all that shit. Natalie is funny and messy all at the same time. But they still fighting and arguing. Rolly saying that Anna needs some of them proteins, calling her Crackosaurus Rex. Anna says you need to eat these because you got high cholesterol. Eat these. Just going back and forth. Stupid. But we finally get to the last scene. The girls getting ready for dinner. They got this nice place setting at this restaurant, obviously, because Natalie rented it out. Well, not Natalie, Zeus did. But Natalie's sitting at the head of the table. Of course, Natalie, her ego, she got to have that. And she's sitting in this big old queen chair while everybody else is around her looking like peasants. But Natalie lets them know that they're meeting the new girls at dinner. She also lets them know that she invited Aubrey O'Day. And Tasiki was a fan of Aubrey O'Day. She's a fan of Danity Kane. Aubrey comes walking in and she's introduced. Aubrey looks good. I will say that. Since Danity Kane, she's toured for the last 2 decades. She's put out solo albums. She's been on 20 plus reality shows. I know because I've seen a lot of them. But she knows her fans are shocked that she's there. I was one of the ones that was like, Aubrey O'Day's on Baddies? Like, for what? Because if you all remember when Dawn hit Aubrey, I'm like, Aubrey's not a fan of getting hit. So coming on here, it don't make no sense. But Scotty's stupid ass, let me get to her. I was like, I had to write this down because like she always does this. Like, why does she always do this? She did it with Mariah Lynn last season, talking about she didn't know Mariah Lynn from Love and Hip Hop. Like, you're black. What black person does not watch Love and Hip Hop? But then she said, like, I don't know much about Aubrey. Whether you can say I don't know much about her on a personal level, but the way she said it was like she don't know who Aubrey O'Day is. And she said, oh, I know she's from a girl group. How are you a black girl and don't know who Danity Kane is? Like, and that to me, that I know she knows who she is. She's trying to act like she's so high up that she don't know who this girl is. It's not doing what you thought it was doing. She thought she was eating, acting like she didn't know who Aubrey O'Day was. Danity Kane is one of the most top selling, grossing girl groups of all time. Like, they still got hits that still run in the club. So how you sitting here saying that you don't know who they are and don't know who she is? Crazy. But Natalie said that they got to teach Aubrey the Baddies chant. They taught her how to do it. Aubrey said she don't know who anybody is but Natalie, which we all know that to be true. But Aubrey's talking about how the Diddy stuff coming out, which is so crazy. If y'all want to talk about that tomorrow, we can talk about it. But she said that's what made her want to come on the show to have a vacation. I said, you think this is a vacation? A bunch of fighting? Okay, Aubrey, you about to find out. But Sapphire said that she didn't know if Aubrey was ready to be on Baddies. And I'm like, I don't think she was either. But she's talking about how she's going to protect her little white girl. I said, but you couldn't protect your little friend. Suki, your best friend. Clout chasing. That's why she knows who Aubrey O'Day is. She knows Aubrey has been in this game longer than Suki. So now you want to play. I ain't even gonna say it. I was about to say something that was crazy, but I'm not gonna say it. But Jela is saying how she doesn't want Biggie to forget what she said she was gonna do, and she wants her to stand on it. So it's time to handle business before they get into dinner. So she addresses Biggie again and says, like, you said you're gonna slap me, so what the fuck is you gonna do? Biggie gets up and swings. Again, Aubrey's face killed me. Aubrey looked like she saw a ghost. But they go around behind Natalie's chair, and it looked like Biggie kind of stuck Jela in the head. I don't know if it's because just Biggie just be throwing her hands around and it was in a tight space. Jela is normally good with not getting too close. When I tell you, like, if Jela is like me, when I fight, like I say, if I know I'm gonna fight somebody, you can't get too close to me. Because if I feel like if I can put my hand right here and I can touch you, I'm swinging. Jela is normally good with that, but she got real close up on Biggie to where Biggie actually put her hands on her. And security ended up getting involved. It looked like Jela got her eye scratched up under here, which I don't think it's from an impactful punch because Biggie, we all know Biggie can't fight. And I do believe Biggie, because Biggie got them long nails too, I believe she did scratch her. But Jela squares up again and started tagging Biggie real quick. Sapphire ended up getting Aubrey in her lap, and she's sitting there bear hugging her. I'm like, you already embarrassing yourselves already, Sapphire. But Jela and Biggie, they keep going more rounds. Not much is really getting done. Like I said, Jela got a cut under her eye. Sapphire's kind of walking her back, telling her, Jela's still coming forward. Jela's still coming forward just like a boxer would in a boxing fight. She still want more. Sapphire, Scotty, and Sapphire, Scotty, and I forget who the other one was, but they were sitting there trying to, I think it was Mariah Lynn, trying to calm down Biggie. But Biggie is telling Aubrey how it was a pleasure to meet her. She hates how she had to meet her this way because now at this point, Biggie ain't got no wig on. Wig cap is half hanging off. She looks crazy. But she walks off and tells Natalie, I'm glad you got what you wanted. And I'll see you in the morning. Natalie's trying to act like she didn't want that, but you did. But Aubrey is confused. Jayla's in the bathroom with Scotty saying, like, why are you not balling your fist up to swing on me? Why are you scratching me? Valid question. I can't stand people that do that. Like, if you really want to fight, fight. But Jayla said, you have to fight me every day now at this point. But Biggie's outside smoking a blunt and a cigarette. I ain't never seen that before. Biggie, put the cigarette down. You can smoke the blunt, but put the cigarette down. But Biggie is outside with Tasiki and with Mariah Lynn, and Tasiki says like she hopes that they can squash it because it's stupid because Jayla had an opinion about her losing the fight. Biggie said that she wanted to slap Jayla, even though everybody else said the same thing, that you lost the fight. I'm like, Tasiki, exactly. Because, like, what is the issue with her saying that you lost the fight that you clearly lost? Like, I don't get it. But Natalie then does another toast because the girls are all back together. The new girls come walking in, which is Kali, Bianca, and Meatball. They all come walking in. Bianca and Mariah bear hug. And Bianca says she is ready to stand on business behind Mariah Lynn. And this is when I knew she was about to do something. And I just realized in the moment she was wearing that same outfit that she was wearing in the sneak peek where she spit on Sapphire. We're going to get on that tomorrow. I'm not tomorrow, next week, because it's going to happen next week. But she sneaked Sapphire, and it looked like Sapphire was getting her. But we got them two fighting. I think they went 2 rounds next week. Who else? I think it was Biggie and... Actually, it was Kali and Natalie. I can't wait for that. I hope Kali gets Natalie. Who else? They go into Barbados next week. The Claremont twins arrive. And then we get Natalie versus Biggie again. And Sapphire's stuck. She stuck her good. Sapphire stuck Biggie good in that. I'm not Biggie. Bianca good in that trailer for next week. But That was the first episode, y'all. One episode in, we are done. This is probably going to be a 30 episode season. So please, if you are with me, you are new. If you like what you heard, you like my style, thumbs up the video. Even if you hated it, thumbs up the video. Even if you hated it, drop in the comments. If you loved it, drop in the comments. Let me know what y'all's thoughts are. Let me know what your thoughts are on my opinions. And yeah, turn the post notifications on. I would love for y'all to join me tomorrow on Monday as I go ahead and do the first live of the season, where I'm gonna just talk to y'all about the episode, whatever y'all want to talk about, for about an hour. And yeah, check my Bad versus Wild video I just did like an hour ago after you watch this. And I will see y'all then. And I'll see y'all next week. Peace.